Right, unboxing time. We have this brand new tooled Hella Peugeot 205 GTI. This is a 1/24 scale with 139 pieces, and it's 155 by 68 millimeters in its dimensions. Sorry, I don't know that in Fahrenheit for you Americans or you old school boys. So yeah, brand new tool from Hella. I didn't even know they were looking into this, to be honest. It probably went past my radar. I remember these as a kid because you either had a Corsa or you had a Ford Fiesta or you had a Peugeot 205, normally with blackened out windows at the back with a Kenwood sticker. But yeah, well done, Hella, for bringing out a brand new tool of something. We had the Hawkeye, now we have this. And Hella are known for their transportation, which is a good thing. You know your role, shut your mouth. Right, side of the box, you have the warnings, various lingos here. You got your French, your English. It says here intended for collectors age 14 and over. Big up for the collectors here. And it's ready to assemble and to paint. Okay, and they've got the recommended glue and Hella paints, and so you see opposite table. So we'll go that side. You've got the box art again and information, and you flip them around, and this is where you get all of the info that you need. So we scroll in, and there it is, and that's not actual size, I don't think, but we'll get a ruler to find out. So no, this is not to scale. So that's not to scale, that's fine, but allegedly that's the size it is. Features here. So you've got left-hand drive or right-hand drive. So you can do either side, so which is good. Doors can be shown open and close, and there's an engine replica inside. Very nice indeed. And again, this side of the box also has the box art and the sizes. Right, so here you go. It shows you on the back you've got a decal sheet, but we'll have a look at that when we get inside. You can download all the instructions on their website. I wonder if there's a QR code. And they also now put the date of manufacture of the plastic, which is 2025, year of mode. There you are. It's got the 1.9 engine in it. So, yeah, nice. And then you've got some bump there telling you that this is a small car produced from 1983 to 1998.
It didn't matter which engine you had, the 1.6 or the 1.9. This little Peugeot was fan-bleeding-tastic.
The 205 GTI was the hype par excellence. True, yeah. Very good. So there you go. There's the QR code there for it. And then there's all the recommended colours there. And you've got Hella and Revell. But I have been told that the Hella numbers do correspond to the Humbrol colours. So, but anyway, let's look at that. Right, I suppose then we will zoom out back to reality, and then we shall open the box and have a look inside. Just very quickly, jumping in the video, if you are enjoying the content on this channel but are not yet a subscriber, will you please consider becoming a subscriber? It's totally free. Just click subscribe, ring that bell, click all to be notified when I release a new video. Right, Hella are normally flappy boxes, and I love a good flappy box. And then we open it up, and boom, open. Is it a flappy box? Oh, they got tape on the edge. Hang on, tape on the edge. I don't just for a bit more security. Let's just cut this here, and there we go. Open up the box. Come on. Oh, ready up. Right with the box. So inside you have the instructions, and I presume inside will be, oh, I'll tell you what, they will nick my idea. So you get one of these door hangers. Come in, let me show you my model kits. Yeah, bugger off. And then keep out model building in process. Cool. You get a catalogue of their vehicles, which is nice. There's the decal sheet, which we'll look at in a minute. You get the instructions. I think that's everything in the instructions you need. And you have it all wrapped up in tissue paper. So We'll go from the tissue. We don't have to open the bag. Let's go from the tissue paper. So let's zoom in, shall we? Zooming in, and then we can see what we're getting. So you get basic tub there for the car chassis. So nice, nicely done. Very interesting plastic. That's quite shiny there. Quite a good plastic as well. Quite sturdy plastic. So you got your tub, then you got your chassis there, which I presume. No, that's not your tub. So that's your chassis, and then there's your tub. So you'll probably put your seats there, back seat there. You've got some boot space there, and oh, got some floor mats in there as well. There's your rear seat there, more of a bench seat. Looks like you've got an axle there, which is all done in one. Very, very much like the axles that you get on an Airfix starter set, I guess. Looks like you've got some arches there, some nice arches, and yeah, some good detail on these so far. There's your door cards. Got some detail there which you can work with. There you go, and I think that's your parcel shelf there, I believe. So already onto a good one. Which sprue's that? That sprue. Is there a sprue number on it? Oh, Hella A. So there you go. Just enough for you to have to look harder for. Hella A there. So there's your first one. We open up this and your next bit. So let's take this one out, shall we? Okay, and interesting. Let's have a look. So we'll have a quick look around. You can see you've got some seats there. You've got, looks like, I think that's for your lights there, I guess. You've got wheels. So your spare wheel, your steering wheel, and that is what a Peugeot steering wheel looks like. Yeah, I drove one of these when I was a youngster. Yeah. So you've got, looks like your front bumper there. You've got your rear bumper. You've got some trim, nice exhaust. Let's zoom in, shall we, so we can have a proper look at this. You've got an exhaust there. Little flash on this. Crisp moulding, as you can imagine. A little bit of detail there on that trim. Is that the Peugeot logo? Let's just zoom in a bit more so we can see. Is that the Peugeot? No, we're looking. Look at that. You've got the Peugeot logo there on the front grille. Go back. There we go. So you got the Peugeot logo there. Lovely. Very nice. Let me just scroll back a little bit more because I've got zoomed in so much. You could look at that. Brilliant. A nice like bucket seat kind of seat there. There's your console there in the front. There's your engine, bits of the engine there. And your manifolds. Yeah, quite a lot of detail there. Let's have a look at the tyres there. Yep, full nut. Yeah, that's right. And there's your space saver. Sort of, I presume that's your space saver, I guess. But yeah, I'm not too sure what that is there. But it will. Oh, I know it. It's your front fan, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, nice bits there. These are your backs of your chairs, so that will probably slot in there. Nice chunky locating pins and bars. Fantastic. Very, very nice so far. And what is this one? This one is sprue C. And then we open up the package again and we will take this out and have a look. This must be B then. No, Hella D. This is D. And again, you've got more of the smaller parts now on here. So I presume these are all part of your engine bits. Or there's your rear view mirror. So yeah, some nice parts there. You've got nothing's broken, all in register. Looks like a bit of side molding going on there to get the. Oh, there's your wing mirrors there. So they've used slide molding, sorry, on your wing mirrors. So yeah, there's your tensioner belt. All pretty well sussed there. And you've got your brake discs with the calipers on the brake discs themselves. So yeah, very, very tasty. I'm going to zoom in so we can get a proper good look at this. Hopefully it will zoom in. There we go. Come on, zoom in. There you are. So you've got some good looking parts. There's windscreen wipers are separate as well. So yeah, there's your track ramp, your steering rack there. There's your foot pedals, gear stick. Very nice indeed. Some nice parts there. Right. Is that another part of the steering rack? Yep. As I said, wing mirrors are there. Quite a bit going on here. Cool. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. Right. Almost there. The glass. Oh, there you go. There's another one underneath. Interesting. Right. Thought there was a few more bits. So here you go. These are the doors. And there you go. There's your dash. You can go right-hand drive and left-hand drive on this dash. You've got, looks like, yeah, so it's two-part dash. So there you go. You can do this. I'm trying to work out which way is which. That way. So that one there is your right-hand drive, and there's your glove compartment there. A bit of radial detail there. Moving through. This looks like a parcel shelf there, actually. More parts. There's your doors. A little bit of cleanup required on that door. There's your bonnet. Some more of the front or rear grille. This one, because they look like a rear grille bed, like that little bit under the boot. And then more of the engine here, which is, I think this is your gearbox actually, which has got the front. Looks like the front. Is that gearbox? Yeah, it must be gearbox. Yeah, gearbox engine, and you've got the front axle there. There's your plate that goes underneath, to keep it all enclosed on there. So yeah, lots of little pieces on here. There's some detail under the bonnet as well, which is fab. Let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see that. Look at that detail there under the bonnet. Fantastic. Yeah, it is pretty nice. Let's just have a quick look at that dashboard again up close. Hopefully that will zoom in so you can see you got your radio there. So yeah, lovely. So there's 4 sprues in this one so far. Bit of paper. Let's take this out. So you've got some rings there, which I presume is for the wheels. And then the wheels themselves are vinyl. So there's your space saver there. And is there any detail on the wheel? There's no manufacturer on the vinyl. So if we're getting close, if I can focus in there, just zoom in a little bit. As you can see, there nice tread on there, but it doesn't say Michelin or anything like that on the tyres. But yeah, you get 4 of them, and as I said, you get the space saver, which is thin. Did they do space savers back in 1998? I thought it was a full wheel. So yeah, there you are. And then of course you have the main body, and obviously this is I'm presuming this is all slide moded. Again, there you go. There's the front, and there's the rear. And there's where you put your Peugeot GTI, where your fuel cap is. But yeah, I think that's pretty tidy. No, can't see any sink on this either. It's quite a good thickness. Do the old tin test. You hear that? Okay, definitely interesting. So that's that one. And then we need to look into the glass. So we get the knife and get the glass out. So you can see there is quite a bit of glass on this kit, which are on most of these cars, but seems to be pretty good. Very nice. Very well polished metal on this one, so there's no blemishes I can see. And there's your front lamps there. There's your side passenger windows there. Well, there's your passenger windows there, and there's your back passenger windows there. And all these little ones as well. Fantastic. Very, very nice, Mr. Heller. I'm impressed so far. Very impressed. Right, let's whack all this back in its box, minus the bog-row, because now we're going to have a look at the decals. So we're going to zoom in on the decals. Actually, I'm going to bring the camera down a little bit as well, so you can see. It's the wrong way around, actually. That's better. You can see all the decals. So they've given you a ton of different reg plates. You've got Belgium there, Switzerland. I used to know all these off by heart. Great Britain, France, Belgium. I can't remember what he is. Estonia, Austria. J is I can't remember what J is now. I want to think of J. Netherlands. But yeah, quite a few there. These look like these are the ones that go like under the back panel. And yeah, and you've got all these as well. So if I bring these up so you can see, let's get them zoomed in a little bit, get the camera changed. There you go, you've got your 1.9 decals there, GTI, Peugeot. There's your dashboard, your speedometer, etc. Yeah, 205G. These go by the petrol pack. I think it's go by the petrol cap, I think. Peugeot, there's some lights there which go on, I presume, on the bonnet. Yeah, and some will go faster stripes here. There you are. And you also have the rear heater, for the rear window. So when you've got to push it, it keeps your hands warm. Yeah, brilliant. So there's the decal sheet for that. Very nice, very, very nice. So instructions, and we'll just zoom out a little bit so we can see the instructions, and I'll zoom in if I need to. Quite a nice little booklet here. Quite a bit of information there. So left-hand drive is red, right hand, if you want to do it right-hand drive, you've got to paint it white because Hella says so. So build up the engine first, obviously, then you've got your belt going on the front, you've got your manifold going in, and then you're building up this part here, which is the front axle. I think that's your steering rod, and then you basically building up that gearbox, and I'm presuming the engine then slots in on top of that, easy peasy, and then you add in, I presume, starter motor and then some cabling, and that all goes on the top little part there, and they're telling you what the colors are as well. As I said, I'm pretty sure that 33 black is Humbrol, and if you want to have a look, Humbrol have now released their Gen 3 paints, and I can highly recommend it by me. If you don't want to get involved in lacquers and everything else, they've got this new Gen 3 which comes in this bottle. It's also moved from the god-forsaken bottles of these, which, so you can see that you're getting an extra 3 millilitres of paint in one of these. By the way, 3 milliliter is the size of the normal pots you get in the starter set. So they come these, and they've changed the nibs. So you've got this now. I mix it with Tamiya Extra 20A thinner, and I think you get a good result. But yeah, keep an eye out for Gen 3 paints. Recommended by me. I have, in fact, sprayed a model with this stuff and was very impressed with the self-leveling. But as I said, I haven't done it with water. I've done it with a good old-fashioned X20A thinner from Tamiya. But I think Humber have cracked it with their acrylic paints. Okay, so I do recommend you try them out from their website. But not all. Sometimes they'll come in this bottle with a Gen 2 sticker. That's just because they've got so many labels to use. They're using them up. But yeah, this size here. So look out for this new style of nib to make sure they're Gen 3, because they might have a Gen 2 sticker on it. But yeah, this new paint is very, very good. So that's what I'm just saying. So if you see those numbers there, I think that's the same. But I will double check. If there's any different, I'll let you know in the video. Right, so again, more bits of the engine, and then you're putting on the shock absorbers, I believe, steering rack, steering rod again, or is that track link? Is that the track rod? Yeah, I think that's a track rod. And then you're painting up underneath, I presume that's the fuel tanks or something underneath. Right, again, so the space saver goes underneath with its bracket holding it in position. Then you put the engine, turn upside down, and it goes from underneath. Do not glue in, apparently, those bits there. So do not glue them bits in. Then you put it on the rear axle bump on the back there. Exhaust goes in, painted 11, which I believe is that one there, silver, number 11. Okay. And bung all that together, and then you are putting in that's the what do they call it? Water. Your screen water. What are they called? Washer bottle. Washer bottle. I'll get there in the end. And it does say you're gonna have to do a bit of drilling here. So you've got to drill those bits out to put that in, I'm assuming. Or is it a washer bottle, or is it a power steering bottle? I'm not too sure. But it looks like you've got to cut that off. Looks like there's some cutting to do as well. 1, 2, 3. So we'll have to look at that when I get to that part, when I build it, if I do. Then you're putting on the bulkhead there to hide all the engine in, which is nice. There's your fan going in the front. Then you've got some intake going in on top, I believe. That all goes together there, which is nice, and that fits on top there. So you've got your cool air going through, which is your air filter, sorry. Put your air filter in. Was that washer bottle and battery? So you got your washer bottle, battery there. So that must have been hydraulic back then. And then you put on your discs, again using 11 on the caliper, and then that 53, which is steel, I think. The seals go here, so you get your seals in. And if it was only that easy to replace rusty ones, I tell you, because these used to rust out bad, those seals. So then you're painting up the seats in black. And so that isn't a go faster stripe. That is basically the red stripe that goes down there on the seats. Now I get it. Yeah. Yeah, the colours of the seats. So yeah, that's good. Right, so you're painting the interior red apparently. And then you've got your gear stick and your handbrake, and you've got your center console. Then the pedals go in. And again, you've got a choice here, left-hand drive or right-hand drive. So yeah, so everything else up to here now, and then you're starting to choose whether you're left-hand drive or right-hand drive. Don't worry about it because the seats go in as well. You got 23 left, 23 right. So just check that on the part. Then you're putting the dashboard together, and so he's giving you two choices here. So if it's left-hand drive, you're doing this one. If it's right-hand drive, you're doing this one. And the same here with the steering wheel. You've got two different chunks there to put in there for the steering column. And then you've got all colours here. So you've got your decal go on, and you paint that 33, 33. And then you're mixing 11 and 32 there. So, you can play about with this as much as you like. And there is a Peugeot decal to go in the middle of that steering wheel, and they're saying there it's black. Cool. Looks like you're painting up the boot, and you put your parcel shelf in, and then you're putting on the rear panels at the back. Then you're putting on that rear panel, which is infamous for the Peugeot. It's like a grille on the back. Then you put the glass in, and it's telling you what colours to paint. 322, which is transparent orange, transparent red, and then leave that white if you so wish. Then you're building up the door. So you've got this is left hand and right hand, and your mirror. Right, over here we go. And then you're putting on these wings on the back and front, which will be rubber, or hard plastic, I should say. Then you're painting that surround there in 33 black. So mask that up and paint that lovely. Paint all that in there. So all good. There's a go faster stripe to go on those plastic wings. And then you're looking at this on the inside. So turn it inside out. Upside down, and then you've got to drill some holes, and then you're putting these in, which are your sun visors. Then you put the doors on, and there's a choice there on how the doors go in, but there is a part there for if you want the doors open or closed. So you've got like a a hinge to be glued on there, and that will attach to the door, telling you where to attach. Good shout there. I wonder if you have the bonnet up. See if we can see that. I presume you can have the bonnet up. Then you're putting the tub onto the chassis, and it's showing you there exactly where to glue. So you've got that door card there, so it's saying that you've got a glue on the top, I'm guessing, and there's a little slot on the inside of that to make it touch, which is good. Then you've got your glass to go in and paint that black surround with 33. Put the wing mirror, the rear view mirror onto there, and then you've got your aerial to go on the top. Do the same on the back, and here you have your windscreen wiper, which attaches there. Okay, and then if you're left-hand drive, so left-hand drive they go this side, right-hand drive they go that side. So depending, I presume you've got to drill out those holes depending on. So if you're doing, you drill out the hole there or the hole that side, depending. There's already a hole in the middle, I guess, for the windscreen wiper. Okay, understandable. Rear view panel windows in, rear panels in again. Then your bumper, and then you can choose, I presume, which decal goes on there. These you go faster, red stripe going around. The lights go on the front, and there's your panel there, like your grille with the Peugeot symbol on. And there's so you're putting those plastic bits in so paint them up chrome, and then you add the glass on the front. Bumper goes on as well, and little spotlights to go in. And then if you have the bonnet up, you use those parts there to hold the bonnet up, which is good. You do have these, so you've got like your poly caps, I think they're called. So you've got a hub going on, so you've got your hub going on there. And then once that goes in, that helps it turn, obviously. And then you put that, there's a little X, so it's showing you which way, so that you want that X on the edge of the vinyl. So then you plug that into there. No need to glue these, by the way. That doesn't need gluing. And then there's a transfer decal of the roaring lion to go on the hub there. Brilliant. And then you got your call outs, red and white. But I'm sure that you can do red or white. It's up to you. Call out there of all the parts on its sprues, which is good. And they're giving you a mask printed in the instructions, and you just cut that out, and that will give you a mask. And it says here, glue temporary with PVA glue to indicate the window, and simply remove the mask when the paint around is dry. So yeah, use PVA, and then I'm assuming then it would, with a little bit of water, I suppose it will come off. Brilliant. Or cut this out, put it on one of these, which are the Tamiya masking sheets, and you've got a mask set. Lovely. And there you go. It says to download the instructions as well. So good instruction manual there, Hella. From Hella, congratulations. Have you come back into the fold with a kit like this? What are your thoughts? Are you impressed by what you've seen so far? What Hella have given us. You remember, this can have the doors open, the bonnet open. They've given you quite a detailed engine. They've also given you a mask cutout guide where you can use masks to put on these windows to make it easier for you to do all the trims, etc. It is a very highly detailed little kit, and I think Hella, going by the instructions, it doesn't seem too difficult to put together either. And I will assume that in the future they will make these into gift sets and they'll add the paints with it. And as I said, let me know your thoughts on this. I think they've done a cracking job in the design of this one. And I think you will see this being built by many a car enthusiast over the next couple of years. Right, you are asking, I believe, where can I get this kit from? Well, you can get it from Jadlam. They have it for sale on their website. £29.95, so there's a fiver off because the retail price is £34.95, and they have quite a few of these in stock. I'd like to thank Matt for sending me this kit. I have asked him to bill me because I did ask him to send it to me so I could have a look at it. So I'm willing to pay for it, and the bugger hasn't sent me an invoice yet. So hopefully, when I watch this video, he'll send me an invoice for this one. But yeah, they are available on the Jadland website right now. So get over there. I'll leave a link in the description box and in the comments where you can buy this kit from Jadlam. And they are also available from other websites as well. But finally, what are your thoughts on this kit? Let me know in the comments box below. And if you like this video, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, ring that bell, click all to be notified when I release a new video. Any questions, any comments, leave them in the box below because I do reply. Huge shout out to my channel members who help me financially with this channel. If you'd like to become a channel member, click join below and select which membership tier you so wish. And also, we have a Discord group called the Moz 6510 Scale Model Club. Please join up for that, where I will be putting up information and hopefully build a community of scale modelers where we can talk and discuss scale modelling. Link also in description box below. But before you go, check out one of the videos or playlists of other content on my channel for you to enjoy. And I'll see you over there.